Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 3 of Seaopolis. Last episode we made ourselves a smeltery which has been faithfully casting away overworld matter. So let's start today off by doing like 10 minutes of sifting. Yeah, this manual sifting stuff's not super fun, but we got ourselves an iron mesh, so now when we sift this overworld matter we get the new resources, gold and silver, in addition to all this stuff. My goal today is to get into the thermal machines. But before we can get there, we're still at iron. We have to get a little gold and silver and make some electrum. I think we also have to make gear. I already have the ingot cast, but we're gonna need a gear and a plate cast. So, yep, sift away. Using 4 link sieves, it actually wasn't that bad to do 3 stacks. Not even 2 minutes. And the result is a whole lot of stuff, just about a stack each of gold and silver here somewhere. In fact, exactly a stack each of gold and silver ore pieces. All right, let's go smelt these. Get that back. Into ingots and then alloy a little bit of it together. One thing I want to change from last video is the way that I'm casting out of these seared faucets. So in previous versions of Minecraft, you had to give them a redstone signal to toggle them. Apparently now, if you just, instead of giving it a pulsing redstone signal, oopsies, you just give it a, if I can get my lever, constant redstone signal, they will just try to, hello there buddy, they would just try to pour as soon as possible. So if I do that, you don't belong in there, and then set the silver there, it'll just try to pour if possible. Now, when organic matter is about a material, organic matter can't be poured into a casting basin, so it just sits there doing nothing. So, yeah, that's a nice improvement that Tinker's Construct recently made. It makes automating faucets just significantly easier. You don't have to do that timer hack. Oh, look, a heart. Fancy. I imagine we can get red hearts and yellow hearts eventually. And just like that, we're making our plates, gears, and yada yada yada. So, iron plates, electrum plates, and bronze gears. I didn't necessarily make them in the right ratio, but I guess if I melt all of my electrum into plates. For now, I'm making my plates in the Kazi table because that's the only way I can. But once we have the multi-press servo, it's a fancy name, it can make our plates for us. Alright, so, get some of this. 4 will do for now. And I think that should allow us to make the thermal machine casing. What's it called? Machines. Machine frame. Machine frame 1. Machine frame, please. Actually, 4 machine frame, please. Well, so the first machine it wants us to make is the induction smelter. I can get behind that. Yeah, nothing there looks too difficult. I'm not quite sure why the induction smelter is the first machine we have to make, but I assume it's used to make various alloys. However, it's occurred to me now that, or it's used to make various alloys that gate the furthest stuff down. In fact, here it is probably. Red alloy ingot. However, it is a powered machine, and we haven't actually made power yet. So how can we get power? I recall seeing here in the shop, they're still locked. There's the mechanism, solar panel, and wind turbine. These make power. I think the wind turbine's better, but the wind turbine, well, is better if you place it higher up. The thing is, I can't climb higher up because of the poison. What level is this at? I mean, it's 143. I guess we could make, ooh, dolphin. We can make do with 143. So how do I unlock this quest? It's behind the autosave, huh? All right, let's take a short, ow, ow. Excuse me, ow. That was very rude of you. I was talking to my audience, not to you. That's what I thought. Die. Alright, anyways, if we make the, this recipe was changed to be makeable. Makes sense. But we can go through these quests real quick, make ourselves an autosave. In fact, you know, this is probably something that's just overall worth investing in, setting up an auto sieving setup for like the gravel, sand, etc. And then we can buy ourselves a little bit of RF generation. I was just following the quest line along here, and it wants me to make a pitiful generator before it unlocks the autos, even though technically I'm never gonna run this thing. I'm just gonna buy the generator, right? This generator is expensive. Each furnace is, I mean, it's just cobble, but it's a lot of cobble. 3 blocks plus 5, or 3 compressed blocks. And then each blast furnace is like 8 compressed blocks. It's 3 plus that and more. Basically, my point is I don't have nearly enough cobblestone. What I have on me is all I have. My cobblestone generator has been running, but it's also split between making like 6 different types of materials. So I think it's time that we upgrade our cobble generator to be faster and have dedicated production for each of the things, right? The sand type materials, the dirt or the sand type materials, the stone type materials, and the whatever the other one is. The smooth stone type materials, I guess. So, let's redesign it and rebuild it, perhaps up top. I wanted my new cobble gen to be easily scalable, so if I want more generating spots to easily be able to add those, and I wanted to be able to choose what materials to generate by just modifying the bottom block. So this is what I came up with. First of all, thanks those of you in the comments who've told me that in this version of Minecraft, if you use a stair and turn it backwards such that the backside of the stair is facing your cobble gen, the stair will still act as a water block for purposes of turning flowing lava into like cobblestone or whatever. However, it won't actually flow the water anywhere. So it's just a little bit cleaner and more compact. This way, ow, don't jump up there, Jimmy. It's poisonous. I've poisoned myself a whole lot in the process of making this. Anyways, 1 lava source block here can make 5 reaction spots. Technically, the other side you can do 5 more, but there's a smeltery there. So anyways, each of these block breakers now, like one is for sands, or 2 of them are doing sands, 2 of them are doing gravel slash smooth stone. Or is it 1 is gravel slash smooth stone? Yeah, 1 is gravel and 2 are just mixed stone. So with this, we now have 5 times the block generation as before, and we can make it much faster with a faster block breaker down the line. Right now, these block breakers take 10 seconds per operation. They do take upgrades, but we can't make the upgrades for them quite yet. So eventually we'll get either a faster block breaker or upgrades for these block breakers to speed that up. But yeah, here we have it. Here is our new and improved cobblestone generator. I'm going to tentatively just store the output into chests. A better long-term solution would be drawers. However, realistically, to use it, we do need the drawer controller, which requires diamonds and nether quartz. So we can't quite make that yet. There is a drawer controller available as a quest from this, I think, but I don't want to get the stats of fish that it takes to do it. So yeah, we'll get back to storage later. For now, I think just having a fast cobblestone generator and even stuff like sand is good enough. So now that we have all this cobble, I should be able to make myself that pitiful generator so that we can set it down and never use it. If memory serves me right, the pitiful generator burns furnace fuels to make power. Does it tell me how much it makes? Let's see, out of a tiny nugget or a tiny coal, whatever, looks like it's making, my gut says 20 R if a tick, although I can't say for sure, for a total of 6,000 for a tiny piece. That's actually not bad. That means for a full piece of coal, we get 6,000 times 9, 7,200 for 1 coal. That's decent. But it's significantly worse than what the solars and the wind generators especially can do. All right, so then I need power cables. Let's cinnabar bronze. All right, I should have some bronze sitting out by my smeltery. I do wish I had a way to teleport up and down. I saw that one of the quest rewards, like the challenge quest rewards, does give 2 elevators, but I think it's a bit too much work to complete a challenge just to get a couple of elevators. So alas. All right, now I can make myself which one did I need? The sieve or the hammer? Let's check the shop. The wind turbine is definitely the better of the 2, and it requires the sieve. All right, also the more useful of the 2. Nice. Yeah, it's not too expensive. these auto sieves look like they're the type that take name tags, and you can change the model of the poor little sucker that's within. So yeah, given that, I'll take first come first serve volunteers for who wishes to chill in the sieves and slave away forever sieving for me. But having made the sieve, we'll set that up in a second. But now, yeah, we've unlocked the wind turbine. So let's see, a bit. $15 per, and then we can reset it to buy it again. I might not have $15 left on me. Let's buy 2 for now. I think each one at peak performance makes like 200-300 RF a tick, but we're not quite at max level. In fact, let's just place the first one down and see how much we get out of it. Because I'm not poison immune yet, in order to be poison immune, we have to buy, I think it's this item. Yeah, so $200. I don't quite have $200, but we also need to go to the Twilight Forest to do that. And going to the Twilight Forest requires diamonds. So we're not quite at the point where I can be poison immune yet. Anyways, 384 RF a tick. That's actually a lot. I mean, sure, we'll buy the second one because I've already got the currency out. But 2 of these is quite a bit of power. And something. All right, there we go. So between the 2 of these, we should be able to power our entire base for now. I just set them up like this. Each of these, they don't interfere with each other. They're contra rotating. And power cable. In fact, oh no, this basic power cable is sufficient. Very good. All right, so now we have a little bit of power. Now we can take our sieve. That works. It does need a mesh. Now I'm curious how fast it is. Is this the type of sieve that takes enchanted books? I suspect it is. I can't make efficiency books yet anyway, so that doesn't really matter. And I assume we can't buy efficiency books. What are glasses? That doesn't do anything, does it? All right. So back to what we were doing. Now that we have power. In fact, let's just set up the sieve to actually run for now, even if it's just, say, with hoppers, and probably instead of hoppers, we'll use these logistical transporters for input and output. But we'll run it feeding from and into probably just double chests. I just stole one of the meshes from our pre-existing sifting setup. But now if I grab, let's see, sand, what else here is siftable? Sand, gravel, and I guess overworld matter, but I don't have any of that in this chest. We don't generate it this way. So we'll just dump all that in there, and all right, so it's sifting. Yeah, it's not particularly fast, but I mean, you know, we start it and then leave it alone, right? So leave it alone it is. We now have semi-automated sifting, batch automated sifting. All right, so anyways, back to what we were doing in machines. With power, we can run our induction smelter, and then we can use it to make red alloy ingots. So, ooh, induction smelters have 3 slots now. Fancy. Iron, redstone, and copper. All right. So how do you look? Yeah, you do have 3 slots. I assume this is... Does it tell me... Induction smelter fuels? I noticed that some materials, yeah, like how does this catalyst system work now? It definitely seems like, so like if we put ores in here, we get 1. Is this not an ore doubler anymore? Or is that dependent on the slag? Here we go. Induction smelter catalysts. All right. So I guess depending on what we use, we can, like if we use rich slag, we get 2.5x primary, 2.5x 2.25x secondary. This is kind of akin to Enderio's grinding ball system by the looks of it. Cinnabar is probably the best one here at 3x primary, 3x secondary. Okay, fancy stuff. Just using regular sand. It's not quite an ore doubler. All right, I have to get used to this. But here we have the induction smelter, and so that alloy was iron to copper to redstone. All right, so I have no copper on me. Iron to copper. Jeez, I need to get organized. Big moment of truth. How horrifically slow is this machine? Oh, is this machine smart inputted? Hey, the induction smelter is out a smart input machine, so basically it doesn't let you jam it up. It used to be the induction smelter that if you weren't careful, you could very easily jam it up. That's nice. All right, so it's slow, but it is just a basic tier 1 right now. It's only using 20 RF a tick. What exactly do the augments take now? Is it? Improves base attributes. Yes. That's not too bad. We can actually make the hardened. We can't make reinforced yet. All right, we'll upgrade it later. For now, that makes that ingot, and then this is pouring 2 ingots of gold over this on a casting table. All right. I guess I should set up my casting table with copper input as well then. Copper. Well, wood is sufficient. And so we drop these in here, and then gold. Hey, you have gold for me? Now I'll just remelt some gold ingots because I'm out of gold ore. I'm also out of the overworld matter to smelt into gold ore because I ran out of iron, or not iron, tin to make that. So right now, yeah, we're pretty low on metallic style resources, but we'll make do. Anyways, let's pour that over this and get ourselves the coils. We might have to be careful with gold not to pour it onto an empty casting table. Can we make blank casts? Yeah, we can. And this, oh no, no recipe. Okay, good. We don't have to worry about accidentally making blank casts. I've definitely wasted a lot of gold back in the day on blank casts. So now that we have this, we can make a whole bunch of various machines. Most of these, I don't think it's probably worth making, like the blast chiller. I think this, oh, this is just a glorified casting basin. But I can make the, I mean, it's just as efficient though. So it's just a glorified casting table and basin in one. I hear you. No, maybe you're not that close. All right, maybe we'll skip that. Let's just follow the main progression line, try to get ourselves some diamonds. So, the multi-press servo. This is, in older versions of thermal, I believe this is was effectively the, or multi-servo press, sorry. This was effectively the compactor or compressor. I forget what exactly it was called, but, sounds so close that I mean, you're not. Ow! Whoa, why is he so speedy? I've died a lot this series. Mercy. Mercy. No, I want to respawn, not quit. It's okay, we keep our EXP. I noticed we keep our EXP when we die, so there's really no downside to dying, which is why I'm not trying terribly hard to stay alive. But anyways, the multi-servo press here has gotten a bit more useful. It can do what the compactor, or there was a thermal gadget that did it, right? One of the blue machines that did like the 4-to-1 and 9-to-1 recipes. But like it can make coins still, it can unpack, it can pack, it's unpacking, yada yada yada. So anyways, let's make ourselves one of these. Takes a whole block of iron. Besides that, nothing much. Here we go. So let's just, do I have more power cables left? We'll just extend this out linearly for now. There's really no organization to this base. What do I need to use this machine for? Make diamonds. 32 coal in a multi-press server. We'll make a diamond. Alright, that seems like a not bad deal. So, how much coal do I have? It comes from sifting something or another. Probably gravel? I need coal. I have a little bit. This will do for now, I guess. And in it goes. How long does this take? Yeah, it's also a bit on the slow side, but that's all right. So this should make us our first diamonds. 1. And with that, we can make servos and then meshes. That's my goal. So it takes 4 diamonds to make a servo. I don't have 4 diamonds. And then please tell me it's 1 servo to make a mesh. Ooh, and 16 redstone flux coils. All right, this is telling me that we need to really large scale automate our sifting. Because this is 32 gold. Yikes. All right, let's make ourselves our 1 servo first. Maybe Is it worth making the igneous extruder? The igneous extruder can be a faster cobblestone generator, but it uses like a diamond. Yeah, or 4 diamonds. Probably not worth. The multi-servo press will also compress our tiny coal back into regular coal. I assume it's 9-to-1 ratio or 8-to-1, so there's no yeah, it's 8-to-1, so there's no dupe to be had here or anything. But it'll hopefully get us our 4th diamond while we wait. Anyways, for now, let's work on automating our sifting a little bit more then. So what I need to do is, we're probably going to need at least 1 more auto sieve, and then we're going to need some way to selectively take items that are siftable out of this chest and send them into here. So I guess let's start by making the 2nd auto sieve. In fact, while we're at it, let's just make 4 auto sieves. Can we make? No, it's not, probably not worth making the compressive. How much more difficult is the heavy sieve? Yeah, okay. Don't even dream about it. Let's try to make 4 auto sieves because I happen to have 4 meshes. Here we go. 4 auto sieves equipped with iron meshes each. And as you can hear, as soon as I put the iron mesh in, we're getting items delivered to them. So this logistical sorter is selectively pulling out these items out of the chest and sending them to the various sieves. These sieves will then sift it, and then we can extract, ideally, the bottom and send them into some chests. So for now, let's extract out the bottom and send them into chests. Later, we'll want to store them into some manner of drawer again, but temporary solutions work for the time being. So 1, 2, and I love that we can place chests next to each other. That is such a nifty feature. Link all that up, and bigger pull. All right, there we go. So now we have 4 sieves worth of auto sieving. I suspect the sieves are faster than our resource generators are, so we'll just sieve all the sand and gravel that comes out of here. If it turns out we need more gravel, I could add a pulverizer or something that processes. In fact, let's do that right now. A lot of this smooth stone we don't really need as smooth stone because our actual smooth stone demand is pretty low. If we get I guess it has to be an auto hammer, not a pulverizer. But there's no easy way to just generate gravel, is there? I mean, the material stoneworks facility is very easy. But yeah, the pulverizer doesn't look like it makes gravel. So, we could just extruder gravel. But I can't tell. Does it use up the lava? Or is it just saying that there must be a bucket of lava? Where's some of these sounds? Jeez. Let's just add a auto hammer that'll take in the smooth stone, hammer it, and then pipe that into the sieves as well. It's a bit of a mess, but that's kind of what you get for using mechanism pipes, I guess. So what I did was I set it up to use the different colors effectively as channels. So the items to be sifted are on the blue channel, and the items to be hammered are on the green channel. So green goes into the hammer, and then it outputs on blue as well, so that the sifted items, the extra gravel, ends up being sent to the sifters. And then I'm not sure if the 2 logistical sorters race against each other, or if they're aware of each other, like if they're aware of the fact that if they both send the same item to here, one of them is going to bounce. But I haven't seen any bouncing yet, which leads me to believe that they are mutually aware of the fact that, once he claims the slot, like this slot, nothing else will be sent to that slot until this slot has been emptied out and is available for use. I suspect anyways. But anyways, here we go. Now we have production of sifting resources more or less automated. It's still not super fast, but I mean it's faster than doing it manually. It's at the point where I think it's fast enough that I don't need to leave my game running just for like an extra half hour just to produce resources. Like if I need some tin, I was kind of hoping to have more than that. Alright, hold on. Don't kill me. And when I need to sift overworld matter, I think what I'm just going to do for now is drop it into here, where we can add it to our filter to be extracted on blue. Save. And in fact, I want you to be highest priority. I wanted to prioritize sifting overworld matter when it's in this chest, because overworld matter does produce the most useful resources. So yeah, that should get it distributed. Now these sieves do latch to the material they're currently sifting on, because if they're filled with something, then you know they'll preferentially continue to keep filling with that resource. But if I need to switch a latching, I can just, you know, manually toggle it over. Now, if I do this, I'll probably cause some items that are currently flowing to bounce. But I think the pipe system, the mechanism pipe system, handles bouncing items reasonably generously, if not, like, completely perfectly. So anyways, get that out of my inventory. Cool. So now we are making, yep, this is giving me a little bit of gold and silver as well, and even more coal, both of the tiny and the full variant. So let me grab the tiny, dump them into this chest where they're getting compressed. In fact, let's set up input and output chests for all of these machines. It's nice that these thermal machines can do like auto output. I set it to output, so I don't need to use any piping to automate them. Auto in, auto out. And there we go. All right. I figured if we're doing automation, why don't we do it right? Rightish. The output chest of our smeltery, I just have it hooked up with another thing that extracts the overworldian matter and sends it to be sifted. So now any that, you know, everything that's in here, all 300 some blocks, in fact there's a little bit more, I guess it's in the queue. It's not being transformed into overworld matter because our smeltery is full. I should make our smeltery a little bit taller. Don't quite have enough seared bricks. I'll do that later. But yeah, all these, you know, 400-ish blocks of overworld matter will get piped over and sorted and sifted. It'll probably take it half an hour to an hour to do, but fire. Wait. Why did crucibles catch fire? Maybe like the chest caught fire and it spread? I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to stress it too much. There's nothing flammable up here, so fires are fine. But yeah, I'm just going to leave this running actually. I know earlier, so we might not have to, but the sifters are not exactly lightning speed. So we'll leave it running, get plenty of, maybe not plenty of resources, just because it's slow, but we'll get some resources. I need all, you know, was it 32 iron or 32 gold, and that's per diamond mesh. So if I want to upgrade all of these meshes, I'm gonna need 4 diamond meshes. That's 2 stacks of gold. Yikes. Maybe we'll set it up such that only one of them we'll switch up, put on another channel, because I think the diamond mesh only matters for overworld matter. Let's double check that. If we're sifting gravel, it is, yeah, until we get to netherite mesh, it doesn't really matter. Did I hear something? No. It doesn't really matter what mesh we use. So for like sifting sand, gravel, we could use any mesh, and then we'll perhaps have one set up to use the diamond mesh for sifting overworld matter. Now that I look at this, these are definitely not the sifters that take enchanted books, right? These are the ones that take food. Yeah, so if I need to speed them up, we can set up a system to click food on them. There is a clicker in the pack, but its recipe, we obviously can't make it yet because we don't have chorus, but they can be purchased in the shop. Probably not worth it quite yet. Oh no. It's both very expensive and, well, we can unlock the quest now, but it's a little expensive at 150 bucks. So we'll probably not bother clicking food onto these, even though we technically have no shortage of apples to go around. So, anyways, when we get back next time, hopefully I'll have enough iron to make the anvil to be able to name these guys so that we can get them working on, well, so we can get them named so that we can get your, you know, our volunteers in here for Zeke the Geek and Lay09 are working away, but we can get you guys slaving away. And then we can make our diamond meshes and go from there. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Click, click.